In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. Hello kids, how are you today? Fine, Alhamdulillah. Today I'm going to give you in this video the summary of what we are going to study during this week. Lesson 1 is comic 1 and 2. Open your student book page 134 and 135, workbook page 124 and 25. Are you ready? As for the objectives of the lesson, we can say that by the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the main idea of the topic and the keywords related to the topic of the lesson. Objective number 2 is to predict the content of what we are going to read in the text just by making of the visuals or the pictures accompanied with the text. Objective number 3 is to understand and respond to the main idea of the short reading text and find out some details by finding out some specific information through reading a text correctly and asking some more comprehension questions. Now we come to objective number 1, which is to present the stimulus of the lesson. Objective number 1 is to identify the keywords of the lesson. I'm going to play the CD player and you are required to repeat after it and listen carefully. Are you ready? Yes.
Module 9. Comic 1. Say the new words. Man, men, woman, women. Take photos. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Very good. After listening to the CD player, let me test your understanding by asking you this recall exercise. Look and label the pictures. Which word can be said about picture number 1 on the left? Men. Very good. Which word can be said about picture number 2? Woman. Very good. Which word or phrases can be said or written under picture number 3? Take photos. Very good. In this way, we have finished objective number 1. Now we come to objective number 2, which is to predict the content of what we will read in the text by making use of the visuals or pictures accompanied with text. Before reading the text, I'm going to ask you some questions without reading. Look at the pictures and try to answer the following question. What do you see in the pictures? Yes? Very good. We can see some men, women, and children. Question number 2. Where are they? Yes, they are at the toy museum. Number 3. What are there in the toy museum? Yes, there are some new and old toys. Question number 4. What can people do there? Yes, people can take photos and buy some toys. From this introductory commentary, we can understand that today we are going to read a short reading text about what can people do in the toy museum. Very good. To predict the content of what we are going to read just by making of the pictures accompanied with the text. Now we come to reading the text. It's time for reading. I'm going to play the CD player and you are required to follow it and repeat after it. Right? Try to listen carefully to know how to pronounce the words properly in the right way. Are you ready? Yes.
2. Look, listen and read. The Toy Museum. There are men, women and children at the toy museum.
Welcome to the Toy Museum. Come and have fun. There are old and new toys. You can see 100 trains here.
Wow, this is a long train.
You can take photos.
Thanks. How much is the train?
It's 50 reals.
Very good. After listening to the CD player, now let me test your understanding by asking you some more comprehension question. Question number one. What does the woman say to the people who are at the toy museum? She says, welcome to the toy museum. Come and have fun. Question number two. What kind of toys are there at the toy museum? There are old and new toys. Question number three. How many trains are there? 100. Very good. Now we come to another part. Let me test your understanding. You can take photo. Thanks. You can buy toys here. How much is the train? It's 50 reals. Wow, I want all the toys. Me too. After reading this part, let me test your understanding by asking you some more comprehension questions. Question number one, what can people do at the toy museum? The answer is they can take photo and buy toys. Question number two, how much is the train? Yes, it is 50 reals. What would the children like to do? The answer is they like to buy all the toys. Which is to find some details and some specific information of short reading text through answering some more comprehension question as we did. Now, let me test your understanding by asking you to do this short reading text. Read and answer. The Toys Museum is a place where people can see and buy old and new toys. There are hundreds of toys there. In the Toys Museum, you can see men, women, and children. People can take photos and have fun. Children like to go there with their parents to buy what they like of the toys. Question number one, what can people see in the museum, in the toy museum? Old and new toys, or number B, statues of ancient kings, or number three, statues of ancient animals. The answer is old and new toys. Question number two, what can people do in the toy museum? You can say they can buy what they like of the toys. Now we come to the part number two of the lesson, comic number B. Let me say in the previous lesson, we learned the name of some places of interest that should be found in any city. Some of these important places is the toy shop, where people can buy toys for their children. But there is also another place in the town where people can go and enjoy seeing the old and new toys displayed there. They can also buy what they like of these old and new toys. This place is called Toy Museum. We also learned some words related to numbers such as 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Now, let's read the text once again.
2. Look, listen and read. The Toy Museum. There are men, women and children at the toy museum.
Welcome to the toy museum. Come and have fun. There are old and new toys. You can see 100 trains here.
Wow, this is a long train.
You can take photos.
Thanks. How much is the train?
It's 50 rials.
Very good. We listen once again to the CD player to remember the details mentioned in the text, because you are required to do some exercise based on this information. To consolidate how to say the numbers from 30 to 100 and how to write them in numbers, look and read what is written in the following slide. Who can read? Yes, 30. Very good. Who can read? Yes, 40. Yes, who can read? 50. Very good. Yes, who can read? 60. Very good. Who can read? 70. Very good. Who can read? 80. Very good. Who can read? 90. Yes. Who can read? 100. You must know how to write these numbers in letters. Now, once again, let's read the last part of the text to notice how to ask about the price. Let's read. You can buy toys here. How much is this train? How much is the train? It is 50 rials. Wow, I want all the toys. Me too. We notice that we use how much is it to ask about the price. لاحظنا من استخدام كلمة how much للسؤال عن الثمن اللي هو البرايس. فنقول مثلا how much is the train? It is 50 rials. Now, from after this introductory commentary, we can understand that the objective of the second part of the text are the following. Consolidate numbers from 30 to 10 through listening to a song. Objective number 2 is to use the structure, how much is it, to ask and answer questions about the toys. Question number 3, practice using the structure, how much is it, in asking and answering questions or simple questions about the toys. Presenting the stimulus, recalling some specific information from the reading text we had studied before by doing activities number 3, page 135. Read activity 2, there are or there are not old and new toys in the museum. Number 2, there are or they aren't 50 rials, 50 trains in the museum. There are 100. Number 3, you can or can't take photo. Number 4, you can or can't buy toys. Yes, have your time. Have you finished? Very good. Check your answer. Number 1, are. Number 2, aren't. Number 3, can. Number 4, 50. Great job. Now we come to do this additional exercises, which aims at recognizing numbers from 30 to 10 and how to write them in letters. طبعا تقدر تعمل التمرين ده في البيت وتكتب هذه الأرقام بالحروف. الكلمة الأولى 30 HIRTY وبعدين 50 و90 وهكذا. Now we come to a formative assessment, page 135. Listen to the audio and then match the numbers to its suitable numbers.
4. Listen and match. 1,
How much is the lorry?
It's 80 rials.
2,
How much is the plane?
It's 100 riyals.
3,
How much is the board game?
It's 60 riyals.
4,
How much is the puzzle?
It's 50 riyals.
5,
How much is the train?
It's 40 riyals.
Now, let me check your answer. Check your answer. Very good. Now we come to another objective, which is to practice using the structure how much. You can ask a question, a simple question using the question word how much is a plane? It is 40 riyal. How much is the tolls? It's 60 riyal and so on. Closer of the lesson. Let's read. You are required to do it at home. Men, women, and the children like to go to the toy museum. It is one of the most important places in any town where people can enjoy seeing the old and the new toys. People can see 100 of toys there. They can photos and buy what they like of these toys. Read once again and choose the right answer. What can people see in the toy museum? اختار واحدة من الإجابات A or B or C. Question number 2. What can people do in the toy museum? اختار واحدة من الإجابات 3 ثم تجيب على السؤال الأخير. Where can you enjoy seeing the old and the new toys? أنا بترك هذا واجب لكم تعملوه في البيت إن شاء الله. Now we come to the last lesson اللي هو phonics 2. Eyes rhyme. Student book page 142 and workbook page 130. The new word is mice, rice, slide. Very good. Look at the pictures. What can you see in the pictures? I can see rice, mice, and slice. Which animals can you see? Mice. Very good. What kinds of food are there? Rice and slice. Very good. Now, we come to do a formative assessment. Activity number 1. Listen and say and circle eyes words. هنسمع ونعمل دايرة حوالين الكلمات التي تنتهي ب I, C, E.
Module 9. Phonics. 1. Listen, say, and circle the ice words.
The mice. Look at the mice. They are eating rice and a cheese slice.
Now check your answer. Mice, rice, slice. Now read and match. Yes, check your answer. Very good. Now do this exercise at home. And we come to do a formative assessment activity number 4. There are 2 mice. Number 2, I want a cheese. Yes, slice. Very good. I like chicken. Very good. Closer of the lesson. Do it. Read and cross the odd one out. طلع الكلمة الغريبة من هذا الجمل وأيضا نكتب هذا التمرين. Look and say and then complete the missing letters. Thank you very much and goodbye.